After feel that power.
Fall before me!
Good riddance, you feckless ballbag.
You knew this warrior.
Do me a favor, brother. You see any more of these ghostly berserker tossers, give them the same. You'll be doing the Nine Realms a favor.
Did these warriors wrong you at some point, Mimir? You're quite agitated, even for you.
No need to rehash ancient history if it's all the same to you.
Very well.
Back to Midgard, I see.
We still have unfinished business there. We could always explore Fjordland's outpost. Cover more about my beloved.
She meant a lot. Let's learn what we can.
Oh, that's right. Midgard's frozen lake still teems with raider camps.
Not for much longer. Let's fight them.
That's part of your statue. He's not worth wasting my breath over. His Berserker champions even less so. Trash. A lot of them.
Why wait until now to speak of them?
Before, there was nothing to be done. But finding that help changed things.
Come here. I gotta tell you something.
To Vanaheim, then.
Sounded like Lady Sif managed to convince the old boar to shelter the Aesir refugees.
It was his idea.
Oh?
To foster peace among the Vanir and Aesir.
That's brilliant. Shifty bastard must be trying to prove he can out-diplomat me.
At least he's not convincing her to marry someone, like some other diplomats would.
Deservedly low blow, Your Majesty.
Anytime.
What's wrong with the bearded? The nerve! Invoking Lyra after what they did.
Lyra. I've never heard of it.
It was a peaceful kingdom, full of artists and poets. But it fell to ruin long ago.
And these Berserkers were responsible.
Them and their accursed King Hrolf. What little blood I have still boils at the thought.
Your former home, I assume.
Let's just take this victory and move on, eh?
There is no need to shoulder this. On your own.
Admittedly, you're shouldering the brunt of the work here. Let me worry about the emotional burden.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site. Now why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left. Reavers, of course.
Behind you, brother! Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
Patience is piety.
Suck of a You're dead! Brother, get up! Brother! Sweet suck of a bull! That sword doesn't belong It's your game! Behind you, watch out! Lost the way!
This hill. What is its connection to these spirits?
It's a symbol of their betrayal, their cruelty personified. The sooner we're done with it, the better.
If I can make peace with my blades.
I suppose you're right. If Skofnung rids the land of these bastards, I can stomach its presence a bit longer. Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your lands being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes. Once, I sought the oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares. One priestess had visions that showed her Olympus would be brought to ruin by the god of war. Therefore she helped me, intending to undermine Ares and protect her realm. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. In the end, I proved her vision of doom correct.
So the oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I'm so very relieved we didn't do the same.
A vengeful Berserker gravestone.
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Come on, Kratos, get up!
Kratos, tell me more.
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! are nearly. Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Before I shacked up with the Aesir, aye. Another of my spectacular failures.
In capturing these spirits, you seek redemption.
I just want to send these bloody monsters to hell where they belong. Wouldn't exactly call it redemption, but I know I'll feel better once it's over. Surtur's love. Should we try to tell her what happened?
She knows.
Revisiting the realm of the dwarves?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. Those bloody mining rigs in the bay, for one. What else? What else? We still have to find Durlin's missing hammer.
Sounds like a plan.
Kratos, hon? Hey, we got a matter to discuss.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hell's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrassfelder.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Mira, what exactly did you promise the large bird?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to retire.
Retire? Hell's eagle wants
Right side, brother! Later, brother. Hostilities demand our focus. We gather the rear.
King Rock will rise again!
Gather the rear.
King Rock will rise again!
This king spoke of.
He's not really a king. Just called himself one because he killed the previous king.
Someone you knew.
Aldis. A kind man. A trusting man.
He trusted this usurper. This Rolf.
No, he's trusted me. And, fool that I am, I trusted Rolf.
So now you seek revenge. A dangerous path.
You're one to talk.
I am an authority on the subject. You would do well to listen.
Were you serious before, Mimir? Krasvelgur truly wishes to retire?
Set that aside for now. Come.
Hi, Kratos.
Father fierce. Sorrow for the troublesome.
Berserker, I'll live forever!
Nasty. Father fierce. Sorrow for the troublesome.
Watch your left!
Well done,
I felt that one, brother.
Once we have defeated these berserkers, what then?
We pay the king a visit and give him more of the same.
We have seen this before. Revenge will not bring you peace.
Is it revenge if justice is served?
That is a question you must answer for yourself.
I look forward to exploring Alfheim and not having to fight elves.
Oh? What makes you think that's an option?
They've united, haven't they? What possible reason would they have to attack us?
Sorry to say, but there are still plenty of elves out in the Barrens eager for conflict.
Why? Freyr united them. They fought together at Ragnarok.
Those who have spent their lives in combat, peace is not always an option.
Were you serious before, Mimir? Krasvelgur truly wishes to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be hell?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become hell, as it were.
Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Incredible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos.
Old. Prepare for a fight.
Y'all do the stalling.
The king will lead us to glory! So slow! You are nothing! Waste of time!
Ah, this is a fight mess. Y'all do the stalling.
The king will lead us to glory! So you are nothing! Waste of time! You are nothing!
Hunting these Berserkers. I am reminded of our search for the Valkyries 2 winters ago.
I can see the similarities, aye.
There is one difference. With the Valkyries, you lacked spite.
Brother, I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't know the full tale.
I know how it feels to be wronged, and how it feels to achieve vengeance. I would hope to spare you the disappointment.
Aye. Freyr, I've always wondered, why was Freyr so revered here so quickly upon his first arrival?
Well, to begin with, it wasn't his first arrival. Very few know this, but Freyr was one of the earliest visitors to Alfheim, back in the dawn of realm travel.
Oh? Bit before my time. Do tell.
We believed for a long time that all the giants had died in the flood, until one of them appeared in Vanaheim. Her name was Gerd.
We'll
and she
just
came...
pick this up later. Freya, do you mind picking up that story about your brother? You mentioned a giant had come to Vanaheim to teach you of the Bifrost.
Yes, Gerd. Freyr became immediately infatuated with her. He always yearned to wander, and along came someone who could truly show him how. So, wander they did, exploring the world tree from root to branch. But one day, it came time for Gerd to wander away. Freyr was heartbroken, and resolved himself to perform some great feat to win her back. He set his aim on the grandest of gestures. He intended to be the first to find the elusive source of Bifrost life. And he succeeded, although quite by accident. Freyr believed he navigated best while fortified by a potent blend of Vanir herbs. When he wandered, he wandered. And he managed to wander from the World Tree directly...
Old. Prepare for a fight. The Gravestone. Another Berserker to fight.
From under the cool, dagger the coal, and bitter blade.
Come on!
The Gravestone. Another Berserker to fight.
From under the cool, dagger the coal, and bitter blade. From under the cool, dagger the coal, and bitter blade.
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
From under the cool, dagger the coal, and bitter blade. Brother! From under the cool, dagger the cold, bitter playful.
Honor my king!
This is a fine mess. From under the cool, bit of a rifle.
You honor my king! You will down!
This was the last, was it not? Only the king remains.
Aye, and if you thought his berserkers were tough, well, I've been thinking about what you said, brother. Maybe it's time to let this go. Slurping up a dead man's soul with this old sword isn't gonna change the past.
It is good to hear you say that. But I plan to face him regardless.
What? After all your lecturing on vengeance and spite?
It is not wise to let a malevolent spirit wander Midgard. But I needed to know you wanted this for the right reasons.
Huh. Appreciate the sentiment. Freya, that story before of your brother. He said he wandered from the World Tree to the Lake of Souls.
It's true. The elves have never seen anybody come out of the lake before, so it got some attention.
Oh, that is bloody hilarious.
I don't know whether he worked his charms at that point or they just assumed him to be a great deity. But of course, he hadn't made this journey in search of responsibility, so he didn't stick around long. Still, the legend of his manifestation was passed along through the ages. It even endured after the Great Division, remembered by Light and Dark Elf alike.
No more for now.
That's enough for the time being.
Never thought I'd want to go back to Midgard.
There's work to be done. We could always explore Fjotun's outpost. Have a more beloved secret.
She meant a lot to you. Let's learn what we can.
Ah, almost forgot. Midgard's frozen lake still teems with raider camp.
Not for much longer. Let's find them.
King Hrolf's gravestone. It's reef.
Wait. Be ready for combat.
You can't have The sword
Careful, brother! You're covered in bifrost!
My kingdom.
Thank you, brother. Still not sure if that was justice or vengeance.
The two are not always at odds.
What do you intend to do with Skofnung now?
I intend to use it.
No! Don't you understand the legacy that thing carries? Not to mention the souls of evil Berserkers.
I will use it for good.
That won't erase its history.
No.
Now, let's see which armpit of Muspelheim that seed leads to, huh?
Muspelheim. I thought the climate would be pleasant after Midgard's winter. I was wrong.
Aye, but it's a dry heat.
Good! I'll see you pay for what you've done! You're nothing! That's good. I'll pay for what you've done!
Careful, brother! You're covered in bifrost!
Don't you see? It's over! There's no need for this! Alka! Right! Now, submit! Chaining arrows!
Good. I'll see you pay for what you've done!
Are you incoming?
You abandoned me! Right! Witching!
Careful, brother! You're covered in bifrost!
what you've done!
Don't you see it's over? There's no need for this!
Breathe in fire!
It's sigil magic!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
You judge me.